Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and guess what? We are back with your favorite podcast. This is Titandal, the podcast. I'm your host. My name is Charlie, and like every other week, I've got a special guest with me today. One of Zambia's finest rappers, man, and he made his way up. And man, you can't talk about Zambian hip hop without mentioning his name. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and the only King Illest. Yeah. Can I get that?
Yeah.
AKA King of the South.
Yeah, get the buzzer running.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm nice. How you doing?
Yeah, good. I can see.
Yeah, long time, brother.
Yeah, long time, man.
Yeah.
All freshed out, man. How you keep all fresh all day, man? It doesn't matter whether you meet this guy at the shopping mall on a Sunday morning. He's just all freshed out.
Now you're just giving me too much hype.
No, but that's for real, though.
That's
for real, man. Man, how did you come up with King of the South?
King of the South.
Were you brought up there?
Yeah, of course. Choba Riverside, man. That's my
Choba
home.
Riverside. Yeah. Tell me, how was it like growing up from
growing up
there?
was such a beautiful experience, man. I was such an outdoor kid, man.
Yeah?
I was always involved in, talents activities. Back in the day, modeling was a thing. Yeah, so I participated.
You was a model?
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, so
you looked the part.
Really? Yeah, man. So back in the day, that was a thing. Breakdancing was also a thing.
Yeah, it was big then.
I was pretty much an all-round entertainment kid. You know what I mean? I never really played video games. I'm not a video game fanatic.
Even up to now?
Yeah.
No FIFA, no nothing?
Nah.
Dog, how do we hang out?
Well, my nephews,
yeah.
When you pull up to the crib, my nephews will probably be,
Do you remember the first talent show you actually went on?
I remember, I know for a fact that you're one of the first people that ever gave me like a platform.
Yeah.
That was way back. 2012, 13, somewhere there.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Like,
wait, which one was this?
I don't know, but it
kind
of like had like a green backdrop or something.
Okay.
But it was dope,
yeah.
man. You had me on, and then later on had me on radio as well.
Yeah.
So it was pretty dope, man. You've always
yeah.
had my back like that.
Yeah, man. We bros. We bros like
I'm
that.
I'm just trying to be nice so you don't get harsh with the questions.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. Getting into music, man, you could have been anything else. Why hip-hop, though?
I grew up around a hip-hop background, or rather a very musical background, man. Like, my elder brothers had so much influence on me, They played a lot of basketball and golf, you know what I mean? So when you're like the youngest sibling, we learn through imitating.
Yeah,
right?
you kind of tap in.
Yeah. So my elder brothers always played hip hop, always played ciphers. They always like rock the freshest fits that's out, the metallic jeans, the baggy jeans, the rocker wear and stuff like that. So I was privileged that one of my elder brothers was in the States, so it was easy to get hold of trends, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you were like the trendsetter, like
kind of like. So whenever he sends like a rocker wear t-shirt, he would also like send like a smaller fit for me. So I'd always be ahead of almost
everybody,
all my peers.
and everybody was just like, "Oh yeah, you got the game."
Yeah. So that influence was just in me because it's like if you can't beat them, you join them. So it's that also that sibling rivalry where you share the same TV.
Yeah,
they're trying to watch hip hop shows, you're trying to watch cartoons. So you give each other time. So you find that they have more time, so you find yourself watching what they are watching.
Yeah.
So that has like an influence and an impact on you.
Right.
And jokingly, they would freestyle, they would rap, and I would also really just try and prove myself to my other brothers that I can be as cool as them. Yeah.
Any of them rappers now?
None of them, but they're like hip-hop cats, like deep hip-hop cats. My brother would literally call me to say, yo, have you heard this song by Raekwon? Have you heard this song by what? Yo, DMX, what, this, that. So, my elder brother in particular, Chilala, he's like a hip-hop head. He had like a very huge impact and influence on my music and my music career, and just like how I started this hip-hop thing.
Dope, man. Dope. Did at any point any of your brothers think, nah, you're not gonna make it, man? Like, just what are you doing?
Ironically, my brother always like rapped. I think if he was given like a platform, he'd be one of the dopest rappers. You know? Yeah, because this guy raps off the dome. He doesn't have time to write.
Real.
But sometimes I also kind of think maybe it's just mixed raps that he's heard of. You know what I mean?
He's that good. He's that good.
Yeah,
Talent.
but nobody ever believed that I would really take it serious. And also, in the beginning, I think it was just support. Say, my kid brother can rap, you know? And then I don't think they ever thought it would be to this extent or this level. Yeah. But I think they've grown to understand and just like embrace it. Yeah. And also they are one of my biggest critiques, you know.
Yeah. So every time you drop, you're in the studio, you have to make sure that, because these are people that understand the culture, you know.
Yeah. Not every time, but sometimes I drop like a record, say, yo, tell me what you think about this. You know what I mean? Yeah, so basically that.
Amazing stuff. How did you arrive at you wanting to do hip-hop in Vernac? Because I know the way it was, like, most of the rappers in Zambia started off rapping in English because it sounded cool. How did you decide, say, you know what, I'm going to do this?
I think it's about, when you're an artist, you're always just trying to learn and grow into who you are and what your purpose is, and the likes. As an artist, every time you go to the studio, you're learning how to make music.
Right.
Yeah. So, being hip hop has always been about repping your hood, repping where you come from. Yeah. Actually, like going back, hip hop was like one of the substitutes back in the day in New York or wherever in the States. It was like a substitute for outshining each other rather than killing each other. Cats would be on the corner and just like out-rap each other and say, talk like ill about each other. You know what I mean? It was just like a substitute. So like for me, how that came about is that every other rapper in the country was literally representing where they come from, and they were proud, Mark came with his Coppola, everybody else from Lusaka was repping Lusaka. And much as I understood the game, at some point I felt out of place. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because some stories they tell, I don't really, relate. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? So one time I got into the studio and just embraced who I am and embraced where I come from, and, came up with bars that really talk about where I come from. So basically, I think that's where it started, man. Originality. I had to go back to the drawing board, ask myself, who am I? What do I represent? My tradition, my culture, and all that, So, you can never be another T.I., but you can be a new king of the South or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you at any point feel like you're taking a risk, like people are not going to relate to you? Because I think it's one of its kind, coming from down south.
Yeah, I think I looked at it as an opportunity because it was like a gap that was not, filled, you know what I mean? I looked at it as an opportunity, and I was like, you know what? It's one of the major languages, and music is like a global language, man. It doesn't matter what tribe you're using, Yeah. We relate to so many foreign songs, and we enjoy it. So long as the music is good, people are gonna appreciate it.
Yeah. I had one of the biggest producers in the country on the show, Kekero, and this is what he had to say. He said, the reason why Zambian music is not breaking barriers is because we're not communicating in a language that is global. Okay. So, for example, if you're going to do a song all in Tonga, it's going to be difficult for somebody who is probably in Australia to actually relate. What do you make of that?
Kekero is my big homie, man. Shout out to Kekero, man. What was the question again? He said we need a what? A global what?
If you have to, in short, what he was saying is, if you want your song to break barriers, it better be in English.
I choose to disagree, man. I choose to disagree. What song is that by, what's that DJ's name? Like, it was like the most Shazammed song in the world.
Yeah, like the one December. Oh yeah, Master KG.
Yeah, man, that's a global song, man. So, I think we'll get back to asking him about that, what answer he would give us, you know what I mean? There's so many songs that have hit like the US,
and they're completely in a whole different.
So I don't choose to disagree. Maybe he has his own points, but I just have a different approach and I look at things different. So I'm not saying I disagree with him, but I just choose to stick to my opinion that I don't kind of go with that.
But do you feel to some extent that also affects how Zambian music is received outside?
No.
Especially the fact that we decide to embrace the knack in our music.
Zambian music just needs more exposure. To be quite honest, not too many people know about Zambian music. And that's what we need to work on. You know what I mean? We need exposure. We need to go out there, network. We need to get our faces known on these international platforms and these, all these just platforms. I think Zambian music is good music. We make great music. So I think it just needs more exposure.
Because I totally agree with you, because I think we're certainly past that stage where we're worried about the quality and just the lyrical content. I think we're at a point where music is globally accepted. But I think the point that you make is exposure. How do people get this? Aren't we trying enough? And do you feel where we're at right now, we're moving slow, or we're supposed to be where we are, or could have done better?
I think we need to move as a collective. It needs to be something that everybody has to take a part of. You know what I mean? Everybody in the music industry, So I think we all trying our best, man. We're all trying our best to get ourselves to the best level of exposure, but I think Zambians just really need to also learn to go out there and network. One of the people I give respect at this networking thing is Roberto, So I think your network is your net worth, you know what I mean? So it's always important for an artist to invest in yourself, to go and network, get to know people, get a bigger reach, through networks. Amazing things happen, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there's a thing that goes around where a lot of artists say the artists that are exposed and have got a bigger reach in terms of networking do not share contacts with other artists.
But that's the thing. To start with, I feel like when we say do not share contacts, is how often do you reach out to these guys? You know what I mean? How often do you reach out to these guys?
And
also there's a lot to do with these things, man. Studying the game is also studying a human being. Sometimes, say for instance, you study me, King Illest. Go to my Instagram. Look at the people I'm connecting with when I'm possibly out of the country, and I possibly take a picture and I tag them. That's already me sharing a platform to say, yo, I'm with this guy. This is his handle. You can follow him and look him up too. You know what I mean? There's so many things, like, so many radio stations. I'll give an example. For instance, Yomaps was in Nigeria. He literally posted like I think it was a picture or a video where he was being interviewed and tagged the radio DJ.
Exactly.
So why don't you try and follow that radio DJ and give yourself that,
Exactly.
So it's more of just studying the game and studying people, how they move also. You know what I mean? Yes, I understand. But also people don't really owe you. You know what I mean? To that extent, But also it's about reaching out, and also before anything, I think anybody you have a good relationship with will help you.
That's a proper one.
You have to get to know people. It all comes back to networking.
Exactly.
Network within your fellow, even just down here, bro. So I think it's a matter of networking.
Absolutely. And you just can't sit around and just say, hey, our guys look so good. They don't share their contacts and whatever.
How am I just going to think and say this guy needs this? Nah.
You know what I mean?
Reach out,
and what you've said is pretty important, and I really agree with you to say there has to be that personal relationship outside work. You know what I mean? And I need to know how you roll, so that it's easy for me to pick up a phone and say, hey, yo how can you connect me? Like, I need my song on this radio station. I see you, like, okay,
True.
I think it works well like that. And do you think at this point we are networking enough locally as artists? Like, hey, yo, I've got this going on. I've got this gig. Can you jump on and whatever?
I think we are, man. I think we are. There's the support that we give each other locally is good. It's good, and it's just not only within musicians. It's within so many people. Graphic designers, photographers, everybody, you know, we really support each other. And, you know, one thing that that really baffles me and that I really appreciate about us Zambians, that we're so nice to each other to an extent whereby sometimes we support each other for free.
Yeah,
it's not even about,
I've seen that.
it's not even about to say he'll put me on or exposure. It's because of, I think, the love and or maybe how we root for each other. You say, okay, look, I think I like what you're doing and I feel you. I think I can help. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think we have that in us. We just need to talk about it more so we can embrace it to another level, to a different level. So,
absolutely. And one thing that a lot of people watching right now would agree with me is that I think you've invested a lot of time in growing your image and just managing your brand as an artist. And I've seen a lot of endorsements come your way in that particular regard. Even on a period where you haven't released anything, you still get gigs. Tell me, what does it take to create a personal brand that attracts endorsement?
I don't know. To start with, I think it's
you share. You see what we're saying?
Okay, well, it's not like there's a cheat code.
I'm just kidding, bro.
Yeah, I know. But it's not like there's a cheat code or anything. But I think I'll speak personally. It's not like I choose to say I'm going to brand myself like this. Yeah. Like I said, it's studying the game, looking at the demographics and understanding yourself and seeing what your followers
are into and gravitate towards and stuff
towards
like that.
Yourself. So you stick to it, you know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, and, you know, try to work towards that. So, like, personally for me, I don't know, man. People just kind of like maybe how I dress, and also they love the music. So I don't know. Brands are just attracted. I don't know. I don't know. Man.
It's great, man. So like most of these brands, is just holler at you, or you reach out.
Okay,
you got a team.
Yeah, I have a team. I have a team. Shout out to my team. And sometimes you reach out to these brands because, let me give you an example. Every entity, I'm not going to mention like actual brands or anything.
Right.
Most of these brands have like a budget for entertainment.
Yeah.
And most of us are not educated to know to say, I can reach out to this brand and they can, you know, probably chip in or help in, you know what I mean? So sometimes we are naive, sometimes we are ignorant about it, we just don't know. So look, we live in a global village now with the internet that has come up. Every other brand is looking at, you know, social media, and, you know, they want to get to everybody, you know. So they're always open to working with people. So it's always important to, you know, just send a proposal to any brand. Any brand. Could be your local guy who sells clothes. Yo, bro, you know. So it's got to do with also just how much you want for your brand, you know. So basically for me it trickles down to that. And at the end of the day, it's about the bigger picture of why are you doing music and how far are you willing to go to grow this brand outside the music, you know what I mean? And I think you're doing pretty well for yourself, man. Congrats for that. I'm so humble. Shout out to my team, shout out to Fresh, shout out to Lucky, everybody. I thought Fresh was gonna be here. Man, Fresh is always doing his busy thing. Guy. But he's doing something. We're going for another shoot for something. So we just had to split. I bumped into one of your tweets, I think way back, where you talked about being an artist that doesn't create music for fellow artists. What did you mean by that exactly? Because I saw a lot of people got it out of context. I think, you know, sometimes we make our music for validation, like, yo.
But isn't that why the reason why you're in the studio? You want somebody to say, yo, this is dope. Nah,
we're different. I make music for my fans, to encourage someone, you know what I mean? My music is more of encouraging and just like uplifting people's spirits. But at that point when I'm making music, I'm not looking at it to say, will this rapper approve of my bars? You know what I mean?
I see.
Nah. And I think maybe I'm past that level of really just trying to show people that I can rap. I don't make music for other artists to criticize. So I don't really care what the next artist thinks of me, because art is relative, you know what I mean? So I don't.
What may appeal to me is not exactly what will, you know.
So I don't make music for a fellow artist to, you know, approve of it. I make music for people. I make music for people who understand my journey, you know what I mean? So because at some point a a few other artists had so many jabs at me. So I'm like, but I don't.
You're never spared. Every other week you receive
so,
one
huh?
or two. Yeah,
I see.
And for me,
but you know what they say. You know you're doing something right when you're getting hate.
Right. I think so. Yeah. I think so too, because I think there's just a certain section of people that feel that you don't really belong. How many of artists are you friends? Like
I'm
most of them.
I'm friends with almost everybody. Yeah. Like mention a name, I'll tell you how dope our relationship is.
So let's talk about the state of Z hip hop right now. We know how far back we've come. Where are we at now? You're a person that has traveled in different countries. How are we doing? Well,
Zambian hip hop, the rap side of it, the culture, I think is slacking, to be honest. It's really slacking. Back in the day, I don't know, maybe if it's just this internet that has really just made people slack.
Yeah.
Back in the day, just right here, maybe like 100 meters away, almost every weekend, we used to be ciphers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The kids here and whatnot.
The car parks and stuff.
Yeah, and rap was competitive back in the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you really have to cut it before people start appreciating.
Yeah, true. So I think Zambian hip hop is lacking because it used to be competitive, and it used to be, I'm not saying beef made it exciting, but it was competitive. And I feel like maybe rappers just took a different approach to when it comes to music. Have a singer on the hook, and the raps are dope, but more in a dance hall, or I don't want to use the word dunka.
Yeah, but most of them actually would jump on a dunka beat, but it's rappers. Anything wrong with that though?
Nothing wrong with it, but just back in the day, rap was raw. Rap was strictly rhythm and poetry. You know what I mean? Yeah. But now you find rappers dancing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
do you feel?
I always embrace rap, though. Yeah. I rap all my gigs. When you come to my gig, it's a rap hip hop show.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
On stage, bro.
Yeah. So I was performing for officials at the youth day and whatnot, and I saw most of the people that were there were usually obviously rapping to, or rather doing songs that people are dancing to. But that's who I am. I'm unapologetically hip hop, man. I'm King Illest. I'm the king of the South. When I speak, there's so much authority. You feel my presence. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but no, I went there and I rapped.
Yeah,
I was just rapping because I represent Zambian hip hop unapologetically, bro. Wherever I am, it's hip hop. I'm hip hop.
Yeah, There's a lot of artists that started out that way. Like if you listened to their first projects, it's like strictly hip hop, rap music. You would say, yeah, this is it. But at some point, they start like gravitating towards the commercial sound and all that kind of stuff. Is it because Zambian audience does not appreciate the and the culture itself?
Zambian audience appreciates hip hop so much because even when you look, I think we have more rappers than singers. I think so. I don't know.
More rappers than singers, yeah?
Yeah, but we embrace rap. Like almost every Zambian song, I think for it to really, really blow up, would need like a rap verse. So I think Zambians are rooted when it comes to hip hop. They really understand hip hop. They understand rap, and they appreciate it.
Do we have a chance that we're gonna get back to the real rap culture?
100%.
Yeah,
100%. I believe in that, man. Like even the cats that are coming up, they're dope. They're spitting hard bars and they're going in, and hip hop has been there. Ricky Rick said hip hop's been there for I don't know how many years. Yeah. So it's always gonna be alive. Yeah. So hip hop will forever be alive, and we are just gonna get to a better place.
Yeah, absolutely. I love how you are so pro Z hip hop because I think the future is bright for Z hip hop. We're seeing young cats coming up and doing great things, dropping great songs.
Yeah, dope.
And what do you think of the current crop of young rappers and how they're doing right now?
I think they're doing the very best to match up. You know what I mean? I understand so many of them take so many jabs at me. You know what I mean? But I understand. It's hip hop, man.
Yeah.
So I think they're doing very fine, and mostly I think they understand the culture. Yeah, because I bumped into so many, and I can see the hip hop, the persona, the character, the
right.
the vibe. I'm like, okay, these guys really understand what hip hop is all about in the culture.
Yeah.
So I think they're doing very well.
Yeah.
All I can advise them is that just follow my footsteps somewhere.
Yeah, I love that. You're gonna learn one or two, like for real.
Yeah, man. But for real, on the real though, I think they're all rooted and they understand hip hop. They understand the culture, and they understand the influence and the impact they have. Yeah, which is dope.
Absolutely amazing. Past weeks, you've been trending for what I would call a controversial remark that you made on Twitter, and just went all around pissing off DJs. Was
Twitter.
that the intention?
It wasn't even on Twitter.
It was on. Yeah, it went everywhere. Now it was a discussion on all platforms. Like, what would he say? Do you feel you were taken out of context when you made that post?
Okay, first of all, Charlie, you are an all-round media guy, huge guy in this game. You understand?
Yeah.
And you also have been on radio. How did that post make you feel?
Personally, I was pissed at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why were you pissed?
I was pissed at you because number one, I felt like you were putting the blame on the DJs for not playing more Zambian music. As a result, Zambian music wasn't moving forward as it should be.
Okay, so what did my tweet say? What did I say?
Maybe I could pull it up. Do you have it there?
Nah, okay, cool. Let's not go there. Okay, basically, I understand that everybody...
No, I wasn't pissed at you, bro.
No. But look, the thing is that to start with, I'm usually highly misunderstood. Yeah, because first I type in capital letters when I'm
figured.
Yeah. That's just who I am. But over that statement, I said Zambian DJs look primitive.
Yeah,
playing
by embracing music
who
from
don't
outside.
Embrace them. I think this is not even worth talking about, because we all know that almost every club you go to, it's 80% foreign music.
Yeah.
And the rest Zambian music.
Yeah.
And you see, it really gets to me because when you travel outside the country, you never hear any Zambian song. Not even one. Not. Maybe you even stand a chance in the club than on their radio. Yeah. You never.
But don't you feel DJs play what they feel is trending right now, and maybe
but that's the thing.
Maybe Zambian music is just not trending enough for me to play a whole set of Zambian music.
As a radio DJ or as a DJ, you should not play music that is trending. It's a craft, it's a talent, it's an art.
But commercial radio stations and clubs thrive on that.
Yeah, I do understand that. But look, what I was trying to say is that it's too much of that. The reason why you are playing Amapiano in the club is because South Africans embraced Amapiano so much locally that we looked at it from a distance, and it was attractive because support is attractive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's always attractive to see two friends that are very close. You're like, how do these guys get along?
Yeah.
So you also try and emulate that. You understand?
Right.
So the reason why Zambian people are embracing Amapiano is because down there in South Africa, it's locally embraced.
Got you.
And it's attractive when we look at it on the social media.
Yeah.
They're doing all this dance challenge and all this thing. So we embrace it.
Yeah.
So going back to your point, if Zambian musicians, DJs, or Zambian DJs played more local stuff and we embraced ourselves, it would look attractive.
Now let me ask you the question. What do you think DJs, I'm a DJ as well, what do you think we don't play the whole set Zambian music? We don't like Zambian music?
I feel it's not even about that. I feel like you guys just kind of need to embrace Zambian music to the level that it's about supporting and embracing who you are. You understand? So I don't think, like I said, it goes back to what I was saying, that you cannot go to Kenya and hear a Zambian song. You can't. So how are you embracing something that does not come from where you come from. You know what I mean? It's crazy for me. Like, I was in the club that night with a friend of mine from SA, and he's saying, yo, bro, I really want to hear Zambian music. I'm like, oh, yeah, because you're in Zambia, right?
Of course.
Yeah, so now he's in another country listening to his music from that country. So just take it, for instance, a tourist is in this country and really just wants to know about the culture and all that. They go to the club and all they hear is foreign music. How do you think that makes us look?
Yeah, there's a couple of people that actually come through, and every time they want to chill in Zambian chill spots, they say, hey, can I listen to Zambian music? That's understandable. But then again, you need to also understand that a DJ to play Zambian music the whole way up to the time they close down is practically impossible, because you know what the fans love. There's fans that love Amapiano.
Sorry, there's a call that I received that has distracted me.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
So what I was saying was, the reason why I think clubs and DJs play a lot of other foreign music is because I think Zambian music hasn't really proven to a point where we can say, you know what, at this club we're doing 100% Zambian music.
Why?
Okay.
Why hasn't it proven to this point? Because there's been, I feel like that is not even something we can even sit down and discuss about. Zambian music is dope, bro.
It should play then in the clubs. That's why I asked you, like, what do you think? They're still not
playing.
Why
do I think they're not playing?
They're
not embracing it. It's simple. We're just not embracing ourselves. We just don't support each other to that level. You understand? We just don't feel the next person is dope. You know, somebody will come up with an excuse, or even just like a clothing line. Zambians will just not support it, because sometimes, not all the time, sometimes we feel anything that is Zambian is, I need the perfect word, is inferior. You know what I mean? We just feel like something that is
inferiority complex for us.
I don't want to say or prove anything to say it's inferiority complex, but I just feel like sometimes we feel like anything that is Zambian is not as good as something that is out of the country. You know what I mean? So I feel like we don't really embrace ourselves.
But I don't think it comes from a place of hate in Zambian music, but I think it comes from a business perspective, because most of these business places, even commercial radio stations, have to have a commercial appeal. And I'm not saying Zambian music is not commercial, doesn't have a commercial appeal, but I feel there's much we can do, in as much as the DJs can do much to impress. Even the artists, I think there's much we can do.
Of course. No, I truly understand. I truly get you.
Yeah. So anyway, getting back to the lighter things, what are you working on now? I see you have a lot of gigs coming up. It's almost like this whole.
We didn't really touch on that. On the issue. Yeah. The thing is, look, I did my research. Yeah. I'll be very honest. Yes, I might have come out a little bit too, aggressive.
On the post.
Yeah. But I think what really kind of got to people is the word primitive. But please, Google the word primitive and align to what I was trying to say.
That pissed people off.
Yeah, Google what primitive is. Let's Google what primitive is, right?
I have my phone here.
Let's Google what primitive is.
Yeah.
Let me just.
We gotta clear this.
Primitive. Okay, so primitive is denoting or preserving the character of an early stage in the evolution or historical development of something. We are trying to develop Zambian music to a level that it's embraced globally. Yeah. So
we're still
you
in
not
there.
Doing that is what?
Lagging behind. Being primitive.
No. So somebody says you're stupid. When somebody says you're stupid and somebody says you're looking stupid, it's different. When somebody says you're stupid, that means you are stupid. But when somebody says
you're looking
stupid, that means you are not stupid. What you're doing kind of looks
stupid.
Yeah, I didn't say Zambian DJs are primitive. I said y'all look primitive, embracing people that don't embrace you, because you know what I mean. I respect Zambian DJs, and funny thing is that I think I'm friends with almost every DJ.
And now they don't feel like playing you anymore.
Most of them do still play me. Yeah. If they feel, speak for yourself.
No, not me.
Who said they don't feel like playing me?
You should have seen the DJs group go ablaze like this guy. Yeah. Hey, he doesn't even create music that we can play in the club. Yada. All that was like,
but what's music that I make that can play in the club? I make hip hop music. So I think like people really misunderstood that. You know what I mean? And I saw a post of somebody saying we've been trying to fight this battle for a very long time in WhatsApp groups. And I said, okay, that's the reason why I'm not in WhatsApp groups. I'm not in any WhatsApp group. Because conversations in WhatsApp groups end there.
Yeah.
And I also just don't do groups.
Yeah. And I think, I've noticed you're not in any of these groups. And I think it's about time we took this conversation to actionable, agenda where we see, guys, okay, this is what's on the table. How can we work toward this? You know what I'm saying? Because I think it could be a deliberate move that radio stations could say, you know what, we're going to have an 80% policy Zambian music, or even 100%. Clubs also say from this time to this time is strictly Z. Anything else comes after and other kind of. I think that can happen. However, it has to be a collective. And these are conversations that needs to be had. Yeah. Other than just in WhatsApp groups, you're just there, man. Where King Illest is not even.
At the end of the day, some even got to a level of attacking me personally. You know what I mean? But which I think is wrong. You know, it's all for a common ground. Look, DJ Maporisa is big and is touring Africa and the world because the locals there embrace him. You know what they say? They say charity begins at home. For us to go and be big, we need to be embraced at home. You know what I mean? We need to be embraced. Zambian music needs to be loved. We need to do Zambian concerts. Davido was just filled up the O2. How are we as Zambians not embracing each other and supporting each other to a level that we're gonna fill up even just like Madison Square or even just like Hero Stadium. This is the language that everybody in the world is speaking right now. South Africans are embracing themselves. Casper the other day was complaining about that same thing. Say, I wish I came from Nigeria because these guys only embrace themselves. But I was like, okay, now South Africans feel this way about themselves because when I go to South Africa, these guys embrace themselves. You know, they literally don't know any artists from here. They literally don't know any artists from here. I asked Dalez, who do you know from Zambia? He only knows JK,
for real.
And he remembers, I once came to Zambia, JK got me in his Escalade raid. That was dope. I'm like, we're nice over there. You should visit more often. You see? So right now the world is looking at Africa. So even us as Zambians, let us learn to export ourselves, to market ourselves, to put ourselves out there, to put each other on. You know what I mean? Dog, how are we at this level that Davido filled the O2, Nigerians went out for him, supporting his music, playing his music, and we are here in Zambia and we are still fighting and talking about
what must play and all of that.
Please play more Zambian music. So what you're telling me is Zambian DJs don't play Zambian music because it's not trendy? As a DJ, why don't you play 80% Zambian music? It's not dope. So I'll tell you, I saw a lot of posts of people saying Zambian music is bundu. I'm like,
okay, there were those. Let's forget about those ones. So I'll speak from a radio perspective, right? Cool. I'm not a club DJ. On a radio perspective, every radio station has got a music policy. Okay. And this music policy is what gives the image to the radio station. Okay. And I can tell you right now, 100%, almost all radio stations, apart from one, play Zambian music. Okay. We have top 10s dedicated strictly to Zambian music, and I think that's playing their part. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But speaking on the club DJs part, I think for club DJs, it's a business aspect for them. Okay. Yeah, it's a business aspect for them.
So we would rather embrace other people and support other people because it's business.
They do play Zambian music.
Let me take you back. Yeah. Do you know back in the days, DJs made a song hot.
Yeah.
And that's what it still is, because the DJ was the coolest person, and the DJ is the one that gives the people what they need to listen to. Back in the day, the DJ would literally endorse a song and say, this is the freshest joint out, King Illest featuring Shep 187. Y'all better get this
rotation. Like it's before the day ends, it's like, there's a new song, guys.
And when it comes to music, DJs have one of the biggest impacts and influence.
Yeah, we don't play out there.
Yeah, the DJs have so much power that they show people what's cool. You understand? Yeah. When the DJ, let me take you back. Back in the day, artists would literally play do a song talking about the DJ played my song. The DJ got us play. That's how much I respect the DJ and expect the DJ to really embrace and help us shift.
That post came out of a place of love, not like
dog. I was telling VGZ that. I'm like, yo, I respect dog. Listen, my friends are DJs.
Absolutely,
I have friends that are DJs that I interact with all the time, and I always tell them, yo, dog, your set is dope. I have another particular Ghanaian friend who is always complaining, how come they're not playing Zambian music? You know what I mean? Yeah, but what I'm getting back to my point is that DJs sometimes don't. Okay, it's just like influencers in general. Sometimes we don't know the influence we have. You understand? But that post came from a place of love. I'm like, yo,
can we?
If y'all made Zambian music so cool that it's on heavy rotation and you people are really like embracing it, we are going to go very, very far. Because I believe DJs have networks. Understand? DJs are the first people that get music. Understand? From each and every place. You are a DJ. You are connected to so many DJs on the continent.
Absolutely.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
So is every other Zambian DJ. Understand? Because you guys are the first people to premiere music, to do all that. You guys are the people that shape the culture of what people need to listen to.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's where my perspective was coming to. It was out of love, respect, and how I feel like they have so much impact and influence on what people listen to.
Dope. I get you, man.
I'm just DJs, guys, come on. Don't bash me personally. It's okay if you don't play my music, but look, if you play Zambian music, it benefits so many people in some way because the Zambian artist is going to be dope and is going to be playing on an international stage. He's going to carry a Zambian photographer. He's going to wear Zambian, Zambian clothes, and he's going to represent Zambia. And if he's on stage with a Zambian flag, like I saw Roberto the other day,
we all win, bro.
People are going to search for that flag. They're going to look at the country. They're going to find out that we have the Victoria Falls, and people are going to come to our country, and that's going to generate more revenue. And it goes deeper than that. Please, DJs, don't hate me. I was just speaking because I feel like you have the most influence to what shapes our culture and our industry, and you have a bigger approach to people embracing what they listen to.
Dope. Absolutely. I love that.
And yo,
I love that.
If anybody was offended by my post, yo, it was coming from a place of love. And I just got to understand that, look, when you're a DJ, nobody should tell you what to play.
Absolutely.
That's disrespect.
I don't take requests.
Because, request is dope, but nobody should impose, you know,
what should play.
Yes. So I'm getting back to that point. When you're a DJ in South Africa, a DJ is an artist. You understand?
Yeah.
That? Because I'll give you so many examples. If you are a recording artist, do you know even when you're a photographer, when you take 10 pictures, do you know that selecting pictures is also a skill?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you are an artist and you're making an album, the song selection is also a skill. This is why sometimes people have listening sessions. You understand? So back to being a DJ in South Africa, when the DJ is on deck, dog, a recording artist, one of the biggest artists, will even be performing after they leave when the DJ comes. It's crazy.
It's that
and
crazy.
They respect them to that level. So somebody told me that some clubs in Zambia don't allow DJs to play Zambian music.
Yep, true.
And I was told one of the clubs, a DJ played 2 Zambian music, and you know it gets me agitated, but so good. 2 Zambian songs in a row, and was like, somebody told me this, and was like penalized or something. Yeah, there are clubs in Zambia that don't allow the DJ to play Zambian music.
But that's I feel
like to start with, you are disrespecting the DJ.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number 2, you're disrespecting the entertainment industry.
Yeah, and also just like support, you know what I mean? You need to like support. And also it gets back to me finding out that I was like, but how are DJs going through this and they're not standing up for themselves?
And they're not talking anything about it.
You know what I mean?
What disrespect.
Yeah, that's like disrespect. Why aren't they standing up and talking about it?
Hey, then DJs.
Somebody also told me to say, yo, bro, there are DJs out there who are willing to replace you. So if you think you can't do it, they're gonna reshuffle you and find somebody
Ooh.
else. So I was like, oh, okay. I'm not a DJ, so I understand the ethics there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I feel like also I don't have beef with Zambian DJs, and a lot of people are making it look like I'm no, dog. I love Zambian DJs. You know what I mean? I embrace them. I say I always pass through every booth of every club.
Yeah.
When I'm in the club, you know, just to say shout out and say what's up.
Yeah.
And not even to expect them to play my music.
Absolutely, yeah.
But what I'm just trying to say is that I think like they should, you know how it is in South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
People don't go to a specific club like, okay, yeah, we're going to go to the club. No, people go to a club where a specific DJ is playing. You know what I mean? Yo, Deben Gogo is playing this side.
Yeah.
We're rocking that side. Because of the power the DJ has to their craft and their talent. Nobody imposes them to say, you can't play this type of music.
Right.
No, dog,
right.
Like, respect the DJ. You know
Absolutely,
what I mean?
man.
Yeah. So,
That's really sad to hear, man. That's really sad to hear. And I think a point was made. People might have taken how they, you know, like it's your job to express a point. How somebody perceives it, it's up to them. You know what I mean? And I really, really respect that. Yeah. Anyway, as we
and also, you know, on this DJ thing, it's very like, what I'll say it again, guys. It was not meant to like ridicule or anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. I respect Zambian DJs. I love Zambian DJs. And when I stressed that point, also, I did not know that. It was club owners that don't allow some DJs. Yeah. I did not know that. I learned that after I exhausted that.
Yeah. So meaning it served its purpose. It came out and I think that between you and me, obviously you were late by the time you're typing that.
No, I wasn't late. I don't even drink alcohol.
You dog. For real?
For real.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, yeah. And, so I'm just looking at it to say, may Zambian DJs... Yeah. It's a humble request now. Please play more local music because it makes us look good. It just shows how we root for each other and we're looking to get to a bigger global stage. They say charity begins at home. Let the support start from home because support is attractive. When we attract the world out there, I think they will embrace us. So
absolutely,
yeah.
2022, what are we expecting? King Illest.
2022, King Illest album dropping. More music, more international collabos. I guess maybe less social media.
We need you on there.
Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna collab also with Zambian DJs now.
Yeah, that'll be dope, bro. That'll be dope. That'll be dope. Be reaching out soon. Yeah. You
know, they say if somebody doesn't talk about you, that they have nothing to do. They don't really like you. Yeah. It's the love of Zambian DJs that I love that made me express that. Because if I didn't care, I wouldn't even talk about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But in that perspective, usually I was in that post. I was really relating to like club DJs, not really like radio DJs.
Yeah.
I understand radio. DJs.
I figured that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was more like in the club, play more Zambian music as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Before I let you go, dog, what do you think about Zambian artists doing amapiano?
Well, like I said, art is relative, and I also don't want an artist talking about how I make my music. Yeah. But I feel like we have rich heritage, rich culture. We can also make something that is attractive, and you know, we are pioneers, bro. Like I created my own sound, but it's hip hop, but I created my own sound and I embrace it. And I also kind of have a song that has got a bit of amapiano infused in there. You know what I mean? I feel like nobody should be limited to what type of music they should make. Yeah. So if they feel it works better for them, let them take the approach.
All right.
Maybe they might be the biggest Zambian amapiano.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah. Art is diverse.
Yes, diverse.
As I let you go, man, what legacy do you want to leave behind as King Illest?
Man, I just want to
said and done.
I just want to be remembered for one of those people that spoke their minds. You know, that spoke their mind, that helped push the culture, helped push Zambian music to another level. I want to also be remembered for a person that really took pride in their brand and took pride in where they come from. You know, I'm saying this because I speak so much highly of Zambia when I'm in another country.
Right.
When I'm in SA, I kind of make SA look whack because I tell them how beautiful Zambia is.
That's
we
dope,
have
dope.
The Victoria Falls. That's like one of the 7 wonders of the world. You know, I take so much pride in where I come from. You know, so it's always dope for me to do that. So I just want to be remembered for that person that really tried to change the norm and, you know, break barriers, take Zambian music to the next level as far as branding, international collabs, how an artist should look, carry themselves, package their music and all that. And also I just want to be remembered for love, you know.
Absolutely. For
spreading love, showing kindness, helping people, and just, you know, being a Zambian and showing Ubuntu.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
King Illest, thank you so much for making time for me,
Thank you so much for
really
having me
you
on this conversation, on this platform. I felt like the more we spoke about it, the more deeper I was getting into my element and just like express
I see,
myself.
and it was really important, bro.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I got love for the industry, every artist. I have no beef with any artist. I have no beef with any DJ. I have no beef with any photographer. I respect all the DJs, all the artists in whatsoever genre they do. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Let's just push Zambian music to another level.
Absolutely.
I'm the king of the South. You already know the vibes.
Absolutely. I've been talking to King Illest. Till next week, it's bye for now.